it up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stand away. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Graham shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
Happy Monday, Buckeye fans. Seems like a great week to be Buckeye. In for Timmy Hall, I am Ryan Baker. Jacob Reimer, you heard him on the update. He's on the other side of the glass, taking care of things for us. And to my right, the national champion, Buckeye safety one, Tyvis Powell. Tyvis, my friend, I have been gone for a week, so it's been a while since I have seen you. How the heck are you, my friend?
You know what? I'm shocked at you. It's only 2 people at this station that's always here, you and me. And the fact that you weren't here, it shocked me. You took a vacation.
I am always here except for last week, whatever it is. It falls the 2nd or 3rd week of July. I am gone that whole week. I take 7 days, and I do no work because I will literally work every day of the year other than those 7. I don't care. So
And Jacob, what's your excuse? Because you decided to just up and leave too.
I had a vacation planned.
Yeah, y'all are incredible.
look at him smiling.
Vacation.
Look at him smiling.
Vacation.
Uh-huh.
Y'all, I don't even know what that is. I really don't. You know what? Me and my wife actually we were supposed to go on a vacation. We were supposed to leave out this Thursday. You know what happened?
What happened?
Canceled
Kids.
it.
Why?
Canceled it.
Listen, we all need.
Because I need to be here.
I am as crazy as it comes with working, and I will work day in, day out. I will sacrifice sleep, but everybody needs to find their break away from work and all
I
of
get
that.
one. Mine on Sunday.
Well, see, mine is this week because I'm here working on Sundays usually. So I take 7 days. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't do anything because I'm not going to answer. I'm going to be eating good food. I'm going to be drinking good drinks, and I'm going to be floating in water.
Right there with you.
And that's what I did.
I needed that break.
Yeah, you're young. You're young.
You're right.
You need to cut it out.
I'm not. So.
You need to cut it out. I understand him. You have no excuse.
Oh, my goodness.
Cut it out.
Everybody needs a break, even you, Tyvis.
No,
I don't care what
I'm
it
rolling
is, so.
right into football season.
Speaking of football season, man, it's going to be here before we know it, isn't it?
Yeah, what? Camp start next week. Yeah.
Big Ten Media Days tomorrow. You don't have to be there for that?
I'm not cool enough yet, that's the thing. Like, I ain't, I'm small potatoes right now. I'm still trying to work my way up this ladder.
Well, I mean, you're getting there. You're going up at a pretty quick pace. Before we get into what I missed last week, Tyvis, because I want you to fill me in on everything, because I didn't pay attention to a lot of stuff in the sports world or the Buckeye world last week. So I'm going to have you fill me in on some of that. Coming up here at 6:25 in the middle of the next segment, we'll hand out some Buckeye leaves. We mentioned Big Ten Media Days. Brendan Gulick, he's the publisher of BuckeyesNow. He will be heading over to Indy tomorrow. So we'll have him on at 6:33 to kind of get a preview of maybe what he thinks we will hear or what could be interesting at Big Ten Media Days this week. 7 o'clock, as always, we'll hit the college football world with the College Football Pulse. New Buckeye baseball coach, Justin Haire. I don't think we've had him on the station yet. He's going to join us in the 7 o'clock hour. Get to talk to him. That'll be good about, his reasons why he's coming home. He's a Buckeye. He's from down in Hamilton near Cincinnati. What was the main reason he's coming home and some of the challenges, and what are his expectations for this Buckeye baseball team?
And if he needs a slugger, I'm available.
Call me.
Yeah. Not you, me.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
No, me.
You.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that as well. We'll talk about the Cardale Jones celebrity softball game here in a little bit. And, of course, we'll wrap the show with hashtag Buckeye. So, Tyvis, fill me in. What did I miss last week in the Buckeye world?
Oh, nothing. Not a lot of news in the Buckeye world. I mean, the only big thing was that, college football came out last weekend.
Have you been playing it?
You know what? I have. I actually had some time today. So, when it first came out, I thought I'd be like how I was when I was a kid. I just, binge it. And then reality kicked in. I played like one game, and then my kids wanted something, and I had to go to work. And I just didn't have the time that I used to have as a kid. Go figure. So today, I woke up early this morning, got my workout in, and before my kids came downstairs, I played 2 games. Okay? Now, Baker, I was undefeated, all right? This is serious. I was 4-0 going into today. I had to play the Crimson Tide today, and the guy was beating me 17-0. Baker, I couldn't believe it. Me, the guy that understands football. I'm calling the right stuff. The defense on that game is just not good at all. Like, they make the defense look bad. Bad angles. Guys don't shoot the gaps. It's really frustrating. But I climb back, Baker. I'm climbing back. I'm battling back. And the score is, I think it's 14. It was 14-23. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He kicks me the ball off. I get the ball. He gets me down. I throw a touchdown. First play. Yeah, it's like we under a minute. So I put touchdown first play to Cardale Tate. 21-23. I still got all 3 timeouts. The 3 and out is critical. Like, I have to get the 3 and out.
There's no other way.
Get the 3 and out. He punts me the ball back. Get down the field. Get to the 1-yard line with 4 seconds left. No timeouts. So, do I kick a field goal or do I go for a quarterback sneak or hand the ball off? I say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kick the field goal, but I'm on the left hash. We got a right foot kicker. I'm on the left hash. Said, okay, that should be fine. Baker, do you know I missed that field goal? It hit off the upright. I almost cried. I really did. I fought that hard to come back, and I missed the field goal.
I mean, this is the guy that iced the Michigan game.
Yeah.
Defensive MVP in the college football playoff, and you missed the field goal.
I missed the field goal. First of all, they shouldn't make the field goal that hard to kick on that game. That's ridiculous. But, yeah, I missed a little chip shot to 18 yards. Hooked it.
So I was just perusing some stuff today to see some of the stuff that I missed. Jared Sullinger making his return to Carmen's crew, and they got a big win. Jamison Battle signed a deal with the Toronto Raptors.
Well deserved.
Ohio State Northwestern tickets, big price for those at Wrigley Field, starting at just about $100.
Would you go?
I would. I think that would be cool.
Okay.
I think that would. I mean, I'm probably not going to be able to because I'll have to be working here at the station that day.
You call off.
But
you're used to it now.
Stop. Stop. It's a set 7-day thing now. Come on now. It's just like your daughter's birthday party every year. You're going to miss for that.
I was willing to work.
Yeah, but you didn't because you knew it was a smarter thing to do.
I was willing to work. She was turning 4. She ain't going to remember.
Yeah, I was here that day. You weren't.
Uh-oh, shots fired.
Okay, that's one day. What were you doing? 1 to your 7.
Uh-huh.
We also saw that Larry Johnson is still doing work in the 2025 recruiting class. Jarquez Carter made his commitment. Trey McNutt, a big-time safety here in the state of Ohio. He was supposed to commit on Friday, but he has pushed that back to August 3rd now. I don't know if that's good for Ohio State or not. And Ohio State selling a lot of tickets for this coming year as well.
I think that, and the crazy part is the home games aren't great, but this is supposed to be a national championship team, so you want to at least get to see them live.
Before we go to break here, I saw something today, and this just infuriates me. And I don't know, I have a feeling we're going to start seeing more and more of this, but I absolutely hate it, and I want to get your thoughts on this. Braxton Miller's son, Landon Miller.
Yeah.
He is a 6th grader, going to be a 6th grader. Hasn't even started middle school yet. Tom Herman and Florida Atlantic have already offered him a scholarship. Can we let these kids be kids, please? I mean, what are we doing here?
What's wrong with that?
Come on.
What's wrong?
Come on.
What is wrong with that? First of all, Braxton is Herman's guy.
There's nothing, like this means absolutely nothing.
So it's a good story.
What if Landon Miller, this is a big what if, because I'm sure he's got more athletic ability in his pinky finger already than me and Rhyme Time combined.
Well, definitely with you and Rhyme Time. I mean, I seen him on Pop Shot. So
easy now. But this kid, what if he never grows another inch? What if he doesn't develop anymore? Is Tom Herman going to leave that scholarship there for him? No, he's not. He's going to take it away. So what are we doing?
It's just something. Like, it's just to throw it out there. It's to get clicks.
Obviously, and we're talking about it. So maybe right now I am contributing to the problem. But this infuriates me. Like, let this kid.
I don't understand why that gets to you.
Like, he's not even growing hair on his face yet.
The funny part is I saw it and it was like, oh, yeah, Herman and Braxton. Yeah, of course. I didn't think of nothing of it, though.
Like, it drives me insane. Like, last year. It's
to help get recruiting started.
Last year, Halfley offered RJ Day
and I didn't think
scholarship.
I thought nothing of it.
He even started a high school game.
I thought nothing of it. I was like, oh, yeah, Halfley and Coach Day is best friends. Yeah, of course.
It just doesn't make any sense. I don't like it.
It doesn't. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. Now, what it does do is when he gets older, it kicks his recruiting off. Like, people will be like, oh, because what happened is how usually recruiting works is if a school in that conference offers you, then another school in that same conference going to offer because they don't want that guy to get you, that team to get you. So now you start getting their whole conference, and now you just helping them
I think we need to put some rules in place. And again, this is the NCAA. Who knows? Nobody has any rules or whatnot. But I think we need to put some rules in place that if you do this, that's binding. That's binding. You have to leave that kid. Now, if that kid decides to go somewhere else, that's fine. But if that offer is there and he accepts it as a sixth grader, that should be binding.
Well, he probably want to go to Ohio State.
I understand that. I'm just saying, if this is what he wants to do, like he doesn't get any better.
Like it's his fault.
Whose fault?
The kid's fault.
No, I'm not saying the kid. I'm saying for the school. They should have to live up to it, even if he sucks and never plays again.
No.
Even if he blows his knee out and ruins his career, hopefully that doesn't happen. That should have to stick.
No.
Because eventually it's going to happen anyway because they're all going to have contracts, but it just infuriates me. I hate it. Tyvis, you were a part of a pretty fun event this past Saturday, the Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball Game. I'm going to get your thoughts on it next. It's the Buckeye Show. Ryan Baker, Tyvis Powell, 97.1 The Fan.
We're the highest rated sports radio station in America. There's no joke there. We just are. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Experience the ultimate gridiron experience at the Ohio State Football Training Camp, presented by Safelight Bob Discount Furniture and Weber, happening at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center August 1st through 4th. Don't miss your chance to get the first look at your Ohio State football team. Bring your friends and family and dive into the excitement with inflatables, giveaways, and more. Tickets are limited, so get yours today to ensure you don't miss out on the fun. Visit universe.com/OSU Training Camp 2024 to purchase your tickets today. It's time to grab deliciousness by the handful with the new Donato's Calzado. That famous Donato's golden crispy crust on the outside, folded and loaded with Donato's deliciousness inside. They cut it in two. Trust me, you're not sharing. The new Donato's Calzado. Dinner for one, just got a lot more fun. Create your perfect calzado stuffed with up to 3 toppings for just $7.99 for a limited time. Order now.
They're trained. They're prepared.
Let's do it.
They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
And now we're on our way with Coda, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, Coda moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit coda.com/transit app to learn more.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is a part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is safe and clean for the players every game at the Schottenstein Center. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand, listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
Did you and your family lose Ohio Medicaid and need health coverage? Check this out. You may be eligible to enroll in a low-cost health plan at healthcare.gov. With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov offers quality plans that cover doctor visits, prescriptions, emergency care, and more. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny, warm and humid. A pop-up shower on this Monday. Temperatures only around 80 degrees. Down to the mid-60s and partly cloudy overnight. Starting off your Tuesday dry. Ending with a few scattered showers and storms. Warm and more humid with highs in the mid-80s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
College radio done by professionals. This is the Buckeye Show.
Well, one professional at least. That'd be Tyvis Powell. I'm Ryan Baker filling in for Timmy Hall. Jacob Reimer here with you as well. Glad to have you along for this Monday edition of the Buckeye Show. You can watch us on YouTube, just like all of your favorite fan shows. Craig over on the YouTube chat said, isn't Tyvis working on the NIL package for Landon Miller right now? Gosh, I hope not.
That's funny. Listen, Landon he's so far out. Like, I'm not. And he gonna come here just because his dad came here. I would think like he shouldn't even really need no money.
I would hope so. If he's good enough, yeah, that he would be a Buckeye. But we had a long time before that. The kid hasn't even played in a middle school yet.
He's in the 6th grade.
Not even a middle school game yet.
I wonder what position he plays.
Pump the brakes.
Does he play quarterback or receiver? Do you know?
Let me look here real quick and see if it says in this article.
It's actually.
You'd think he would be a wide receiver or a quarterback, right?
Oh, yeah. If it's something else, I'd be blown away.
It doesn't say anything what he
ATH.
plays. I mean, I've never worried about what a kid played in youth football before, so I'm not sure.
I played DB all my life. I played receiver in DB all my life.
Mm-hmm.
I should have played quarterback. I really.
But a lot of times when kids are younger, they play quarterback, and then they switch to something else. If I could go back in the
time, I would play quarterback.
I think you could have done it. You'd been able to see over the D-line.
Yeah, that was not the worries. That was not my worries.
Hey, you were at a fun event on Saturday. I was bummed that I couldn't be there. The Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball game. You were part of Cardale's team, the former players. And for the second year in a row, you guys come home with the L. You lose 16-15 on Saturday night. You, my friend, I heard, have been dubbed Ken Griffey III now. You had a good day, though. You went 2 for 3 at the plate, a ground roll double and a single, and you only got to play 1 inning in the field, the last inning, but you caught the fly ball that was hit to you, unlike last year. So it sounds like Tyvis Powell had a great night on Saturday.
Listen, I had to redeem myself because last year it was just so many moving parts that I didn't get to show the fans the true me, because people don't realize that baseball might be like my second best sport.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like between that and basketball, like neck and neck. But I would, if I had to pick one.
Well, I've seen you on the Papa Shot, so it probably has to be baseball.
Don't do that. Don't do that, because since Dave has left, I've been that guy. When Timmy's not around, I can't be beat by anybody
can't be
else.
that guy when you qualify it with when Timmy's not around. Maybe you're the reason Timmy Hall is sick right now. Maybe you got him sick secretly so you could be, quote unquote, the guy.
I mean,
Tyvis, I know I was only out a week, but I've beaten you in the Papa Shot.
That's fine. Michael Jordan has lost before. Steph Curry loses 3-point contest.
Michael Jordan is 6-0 in the finals.
He's lost games. That's what I'm saying. He's lost games. So, I mean, yeah.
But speaking of losing, why did you guys lose on Saturday
All
night?
right, so let's see here. Let's talk about this. So before we got to the bottom of the seventh, obviously, you know, you're doing the innings change, the mid innings.
Mm-hmm.
We had got the 3 outs. They did a really good job of pulling away in the top of the seventh. The current players, I think they
Will Howard, the game-winning home run, right?
Yeah, I think they scored maybe 3 runs, 3 or 4 runs. I can't remember off the top of my head. But the strategy going in is Cardale deemed the rule that you only are allowed to hit 2 home runs per inning. If you hit any more than 2, every one after that is an out. So we luckily that we got 2 outs from them because they hit 2 bombs that turned into outs. So we said we down 4. So the first person don't hit a home run, just get on base. Second person swing for the fence. Third person get on base. Fourth person swing for the fence.
Okay.
So if you look at the batting order, that's kind of how the order was set up. Come out there, first one, boom, they get on base. Second one, home run. I think Drew Basil hit the home run. Boom, it was perfect. Next
Drew Basil can play a little bit. He plays all the time.
Drew be hitting home runs.
His wife, Melissa, was a catcher here at Ohio State.
Yes, she was. So Drew comes out, hits the 2-run home run. So we down 2. So it was perfect. Chris Fields is up. Chris Fields is a really good baseball player. Chris Fields goes out there and hits a home run. And we looked at him like, why did you just do that? Like, you just kind of messed up everything. But whatever. You got points on the board, so whatever. It's not the end-all, be-all. Next up, they get the base hit. I think it was Zach Bourne. Zach Bourne got the base hit. He got on base.
It's hard. Got
the first base. It was funny because they threw it, and I think Luke Montgomery dropped the ball. So we ended up getting on from that. C.J. Barnett comes in and pinch runs for him. The next person comes up, hits it. CJ gets to third. The person that hit it got to second. All right. So we got the tying run on third, the winning run on second. And I can't remember who hit it. We had the next person that hit it got a ground ball, and they were supposed to go to first, but CJ took off to go home, which he shouldn't have done. And when he did that, they got him in a rundown and got him out. So we got 2 outs. Then the next person that hit a ground ball, and he was out. So
it was a better effort from you guys than last year. It was a close game.
It was what it was. It was just, we had 2 decisions that just didn't go well. People want to be the man. That's what it is. Everybody want to be the hero, and you got to play your role sometimes.
Well, I'm proud of you, King Griffey III. Let's go ahead and hand out some Buckeye leaves.
It's time to hand out some Buckeye leaves.
Sponsored by the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. Plan your perfect summer trip at columbuszoo.org.
Tyvis, who are you handing out your Buckeye leaf to this week?
Well, as much as I joke around and clown this guy, I have to give credit when credit's due. Cardale Jones put on an amazing event on Saturday. Everybody had fun just being around their former guys and mingling with the current guys. It was a great atmosphere. So I'm going to give it to Cardale for doing a good thing, raising money for charity and for cancer and putting on a great event.
It's pretty cool when you're at something like that. And like I said, I wasn't there this year, but I was there last year with all of you guys. You really see the Buckeye brotherhood. Once a Buckeye, always a Buckeye. Right. And, you guys stick together through thick and thin, and it's pretty cool to see that. Again, I wasn't there. This is how things I heard, but I expected this guy to be huge at the Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball game, and it sounds like he was. Lincoln Keenholz won the home run contest. I think they said he hit 15. Yeah. They said he was playing third base and was just a vacuum over there. Made all of the plays, and even the hard plays, they said he made them look easy. I don't think that's any surprise. Lincoln was a great baseball, basketball, and football player, was the USA Today Gatorade National High School Player of the Year his senior year in high school. But Lincoln Keenholz, he's a stud.
Yeah, he's really, really good. I had no idea what to expect from him. I knew he was an athlete, but everybody's an athlete. But he was special. Hitting and the plays that he made, they hit him this ground ball. He swiped it, gunned him down at first, a perfect throw. I was looking at him like, man, this man might be he could go play for the Guardians today, man.
When we have new Buckeye baseball coach Justin Haire on in the next hour, we should ask him if he's trying to get Lincoln to come out and walk on the baseball team too.
I'm going to ask him, did he check the tape?
Our buddy Greg Fry, former quarterback for Ohio State, played baseball at Ohio State and was a quarterback, so maybe Lincoln can follow in his footsteps. Those are your Buckeye leaves for this Monday edition of the Buckeye Show. Big Ten Media Days, they begin tomorrow. Brendan Gulick, he will be heading to Indy for it, and he's the publisher of BuckeyesNow. He will join us next. It's the Buckeye Show, 97.1 The Fan.
Here's a listener tweet. Are Men and Bone stupid in real life? Yes. Yes, they are. Common Man and T-Bone.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
The Fan.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. I was in my Lexus the other day. It was hot as hell, but I was so thankful for my ventilated seats. I'm not saying that's why you should buy one. It's just very nice. Right now at Jermaine Lexus, it's the Golden Opportunity Sales Event with lease payments as low as $499 a month and 3.99% financing on select models. Get this, the RZ is 0%. I have been a Jermaine customer for years, even before I started doing the commercials. If you're in the market, please stop in. Jermaine Lexus, Dublin and Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
Integrity, honesty, and quality. Words we live by here at Monogram Homes. Hi, this is Dina. And at Monogram Homes, we strive to bring your wants to your man cave, your needs to your kitchen, and your ideas to life. Most home builders claim to be custom, but starting with stock floor plans and templates isn't our idea of a tailored experience. At Monogram Homes, we start with a blank slate and work with you until you get exactly what you want. So start your true custom home journey today with a builder you can trust. Monogram Homes. Visit us online at monogramhomes.net.
Hey, it's Anthony for the Good Feet store. 3 words for me: pain-free summer. Spent probably 30 hours walking around the Memorial Tournament and felt awesome with my personal arch supports from the Good Feet store in my everyday kicks. Sure, every now and then we all get random foot pain from pickleball or golf or just being a human being. Having my personally fit arch supports in my shoes has made a massive difference. And even right after I put them in, didn't take long to feel much more supported and aligned, and it's so easy to just move them into any pair. Before I had them, I dreaded being on my feet for any length of time. Well, you have nothing to lose but the pain, as they say. It's a free fitting and test walk. Try them for yourself. See the difference it can make. It did for me. And best of all, you can wear them home. 2 locations on Polaris Parkway and Stringtown Road, or schedule an appointment at goodfeet.com. The Good Feet store, America's arch supports experts.
One of the most important Buckeye football seasons ever is coming. The Fan is your home for all the news and interviews you need as fall camp approaches. Join us. We're a friendly bunch of degenerates. Your Buckeye station, The Fan.
As a local family-owned and operated company, Newman Roofing takes pride in providing a great customer experience and quality product to every job. From the first call to the final nail, you'll know how much we care. So call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit us online at newmanroofing.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
The summer sell-down is on at Performance Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Save thousands with bonus cash on select inventory. Plus, get another $2,500 off any new Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram with your trade. One Performance, 2 locations, Georgesville and Delaware.
Trade value based on KBB, be comparable, 2010 model or newer, and price of $5K.
Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Introducing Optimized IT, the managed services division of Modern Office Methods. With our cutting-edge managed IT services, we ensure your business always stays ahead of the curve, keeping you one step ahead of your competition. We bring proven management strategies to the table to support your current IT team, as well as provide insight on how to maximize efficiency, helping you achieve your goals faster. Concerned about security? Our backup solutions help guarantee your data is protected around the clock, giving you peace of mind. Start at OptimizedIT.net for your free IT assessment. Stay ahead, stay secure, and stay optimized.
And now we're on our way with Coda, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, Coda moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit coda.com/transit app to learn more.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Preseason, midseason, offseason. We keep on rolling. You've got the Buckeye Show.
Thanks for joining us on this Monday edition of the Buckeye Show. Ryan Baker filling in for the under the weather Timmy Hall. One Tyvis Powell to my right, Jacob Reimer on the other side of the glass, pressing the buttons for us, keeping everything sounding smooth. Big Ten Media Days, they get underway tomorrow. Brendan Gulick, he's our friend. He's the publisher of BuckeyesNow. He will be heading to Indy tomorrow for Big Ten Media Days, and he joins us now on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. And Brendan, how ready are you for some of that St. Elmo's cocktail sauce?
I can feel it clearing my sinuses already.
Brendan, thanks so much.
You don't go to Indianapolis and not go down there and find yourself some shrimp cocktail and a little steak. It would just feel almost sacrilegious to go to this event and not stop in there. You got to do it.
Yeah, I've heard you can get arrested for doing that, so definitely get in there and partake a little bit. Big Ten Media Days, it's going to be interesting this year because you have some new teams. You have some new coaches, obviously, with up in Michigan. You have Ohio State loaded for bear. What do you think is going to be the most interesting topic this year over in Indy?
Yeah, that's a great question. I like the idea that people are probably going to have a little more buzz around the fact that there's conference expansion, and who knows where that's going to continue to go, because obviously it's not necessarily Big Ten focused, but there are some substantial rumors out there about some of the ACC schools and what's going to happen to them, and just as the domino effect of this whole thing continues to unfold, I think is interesting to watch. So. Maybe there are conversations, while this is obviously a football media day, maybe there's some conversations around the logistics and the challenges of, putting together a schedule that hopefully is still fair to the student athletes and the way they're competing, because while this feels like professional football, I guess it is still college football. From an Ohio State perspective, you're basically the next 4 years only playing one of those 4 teams, Oregon, Washington, USC, UCLA. You're only playing one of those each year, 2 at home, 2 on the road. But, those 4 schools are going to have to do some travel. And so, maybe some conversation around the logistics of that, or media rights deals. What the future of the Big Ten looks like. How will the game continue to be officiated, and what evolution in officiating might fans be interested in paying attention to? Because every coach is going to get up at the podium and do the normal, I think we got a good team this year. Feel pretty good about our chances to, win this game or that game or beat our rival or whatever. I mean, nobody goes to these things and talks poorly about the group they've got, even if they don't feel they're going to win a bunch of games. So some of the other storylines there I think are going to be fun to pay attention to.
Brendan, when you look at the newcomers, the 4 schools that's joining the Big Ten, which one do you think will struggle with the new play style of the Big Ten, and which one do you think will thrive with the new adjusting to the new play style that the Big Ten Conference has?
I think Oregon's loaded, so I expect Oregon to play pretty well in the conference this year. I'm a little down on UCLA, and I don't know their personnel top to bottom on the roster, but I think that group may struggle a little bit for whatever reason. It just hasn't worked very well with that program in the grand scheme of things the last few years. I'm not surprised to see Chip Kelly take an opportunity to leave, and the fact that it happened to be at a place like Ohio State made it a little easier and sweeter for him to do so. But I don't love what UCLA's got right now. Maybe they'll figure it out, but I do think Oregon is legit. I mean, I think they're probably a top 4 or 5 team in the country in my eyes coming into the year, and I do think they are serious contenders. Probably, in my opinion, Ohio State's stiffest competition this year in the league.
He's the publisher of Buckeyes Now, Brendan Gulick, joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. He will be in Indy tomorrow for the start of Big Ten Media Days. Ryan Day speaks at 12:45. You will be able to hear that live right here on the Fan. Brendan, you know he's going to get asked about the quarterback situation. Do you think we will get an answer tomorrow as to who will be Ohio State's starter on August 31st?
I'm sure he'll be asked about it pretty early. I am also pretty sure he's not going to give us an answer. Look, everybody wants to know, and frankly, Ryan probably wants to know. I'm sure he came out of spring ball feeling pretty good about where things were in the grand scheme of things. And I know we've kind of discussed this before when I've joined you guys, but my personal opinion, given what that room has, there's plenty of talent. But, I mean, man, you go back to the game that we don't like to talk about against Missouri, and it was a lack of experience on the offensive line and at quarterback in that game that really stood out to people. And so I am of the belief that Will Howard's going to have every opportunity to, be the guy. And I don't know that it's fully his job to lose. I don't think he's coming in as, the unquestioned leader in the room, but he's the one that's got a ton of experience playing Division I college football. And you got 3 guys in the room that have a ton of upside that have played very little. And you've got Devin Brown, who is like the ultimate gamer and a kid that seems to love Ohio State with every fiber in his being, but he hasn't been able to get many opportunities to actually go prove that. And when he has gotten chances, unfortunately, he's gotten hurt. So, I don't know that Will Howard's going to be the guy all year long. I hope he is. I hope they win every game and that he goes out and, has a Heisman caliber season. And maybe he's capable of that. But I would be shocked if Will Howard's not the starter week 1, but I sure do not expect Ryan Day to say that tomorrow.
Brendan, we all know that Emeka Egbuka is probably going to break the record this year for all-time receiving yards. So let's just say he is the receiving leader this year. My question to you is, who is the second receiving leader in yards this year?
My initial answer, Tyvis, is Cardale Tate, but that's kind of where I'm gravitating toward. But man, if everything that we're hearing about Jeremiah Smith is true, I think it's going to become harder and harder not to have that kid on the field regularly, because while this receiver room certainly is pretty impressive, I don't know that everybody feels the same way about this group as they did, for example, like when Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson were at their peak, and you felt like, oh, look, we've got Marvin Harrison Jr. waiting in the wings. He's our number 4 guy behind Jackson Smith and Jigba too, and he doesn't see the field a whole lot. And then obviously goes out and has the kind of career that he does. I don't know that people have the expectation that, that Cardale Tate and Brandon Inniss and guys are going to, have quite that high of a ceiling. I'm sure the hope is there. I'm sure Brian Hartline internally feels pretty good about that group. But man, it's almost like mythical, some of the things you hear about Jeremiah Smith and how unbelievable this kid is as a true freshman. So while my gut tells me Carnell Tate, I think my head tells me Jeremiah Smith. How's that?
I love it. Emeka had some high praise for Jeremiah Smith at the Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball game. I know that. Brendan, thanks so much for joining us, and enjoy that shrimp cocktail the next couple of days over at Indy.
You guys have some fun too, and look forward to this kind of being the unofficial kickoff to football season. It was a short, fast summer. Now we're ready for some ball.
It's already here. Can't wait for it. He is the publisher of Buckeyes Now, Brendan Gulick, joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Always fun to have Brendan on and talk a little Buckeyes and give us a little preview there of Big Ten Media Day. Again, Ryan Day, 12:45 tomorrow. He will speak. We will carry that live here on The Fan during Rothman and Ice. One of two big press conferences tomorrow, Tyvis, because the Blue Jackets named their head coach today, Dean Evison.
Oh, yeah.
His press conference is at 10:30, so you will be able to hear that during Bishop and Friends.
Look at that.
A lot of live news breaking tomorrow. Live news happening tomorrow right here on The Fan. He mentioned Jeremiah Smith. Is Jeremiah Smith the newcomer that's going to have the biggest impact on this Buckeye football team this year? Or is it going to be someone else? Tyvis and I will discuss that next. It's the Buckeye Show, 97.1 The Fan.
We're known for three things: games, conversation, and Common Man yelling about things only he cares about. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Experience the ultimate gridiron experience at the Ohio State Football Training Camp, presented by Safelite Bob Discount Furniture and Weber. Happening at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center August 1st through 4th. Don't miss your chance to get the first look at your Ohio State football team. Bring your friends and family and dive into the excitement with inflatables, giveaways, and more. Tickets are limited, so get yours today to ensure you don't miss out on the fun. Visit universe.com/OSU Training Camp 2024 to purchase your tickets today.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
It's time to grab deliciousness by the handful with the new Donato's Calzado. That famous Donato's golden crispy crust on the outside, folded and loaded with Donato's deliciousness inside. They cut it in two. Trust me, you're not sharing. The new Donato's Calzado. Dinner for one, just got a lot more fun. Create your perfect calzado stuffed with up to 3 toppings for just $7.99 for a limited time. Order now.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Rothman and Ice.
If I were the director, the owner of HBO or whatever, we're not showing any previews because I think the element of surprise is such a great thing to have.
Rothman and Ice, weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan.
Okay, so that's the final price. Oh, an extra fee to drive here. Is that it? A knock on the door fee. So is that the final price? A 15% Wednesday surcharge. What for? Oh, because it's Wednesday. Of course. Can I get back to you on this?
Apex Pros, the pros who knows.
This quote you gave me, are there any other charges I don't know about?
Other charges?
Like an it's too sunny fee or my dog wet the carpet tax.
No, Apex always gives you upfront pricing.
No surprise fees?
Never.
No charge if your stomach hurts or you lost your library card?
Upfront pricing every time at Apex Pros, whether it's plumbing, heating, and AC, or our new electrical services.
I'll call you right back. Hello, other company? Hi. Me again.
It's Alex, the friendly Apex Bear. You'll never get a surprise charge with the Apex Pros upfront price guarantee. Schedule an appointment now at apexpros.com.
Meet Abdul and Mahmood, problem gambling counselor at Maryhaven.
More and more people are falling into problem gambling. It can happen so quickly that you don't realize it until you face a crisis. Gambling issues often connect to depression, anxiety, or other addictions. Maryhaven's experts offer comprehensive care. You and your loved ones can count on mental, emotional, and financial guidance.
Confidential and judgment-free. Go to maryhaven.com today.
We're dealing at Reichert Nissan. Hundreds of Nissans in stock, on the ground, and priced to sell fast. Low lease payments on brand new Reichert Nissan Sentras, only $229 a month. Now we're really dealing. With our best value guarantee and 72-hour exchange policy, you can't buy the wrong car. Visit the Reichert Mega Mall off 270 and 33 or shop thousands of new and certified used at ReichertNissan.com. We're dealing.
With approved credit, 2024 Sentra SR FWD 24-month lease with $3,000 due at signing and $731.24.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tailgating is a state of mind. You are listening to The Buckeye Show.
Yes, you are, and we here on The Buckeye Show are sponsored by our friends over at CareSource. A big thanks to Brendan Gulick, the publisher of BuckeyesNow, for joining us in the last segment. If you missed our interview with Brendan, or you can't stick around to hear us talk to new Buckeye head baseball coach Justin Haire in the 7 o'clock hour, don't worry. The Buckeye Show podcast is available about 10 to 15 minutes right after each Buckeye Show. You can get it anywhere you get your audio. Just download and subscribe today. We were texting each other earlier, Tyvis, and you threw out an interesting question as to which Buckeye newcomer this year is going to have the biggest impact on this Buckeye football team. And I don't think it's fair to throw Will Howard in here, because if Will Howard is the starting quarterback, then I don't think there's any doubt that it's Will Howard is going to be the guy that's the guy that has the most impact. But there's some interesting choices in here with a guy like a Quinshawn Judkins, who had 2 great years at Ole Miss before coming here. Caleb Downs, freshman All-American at Alabama last year. Seth McLaughlin, probably going to be the starting center. A lot of experience starting college football games at Alabama. And then, of course, the wild card, Jeremiah Smith. And I got to tell you, I was talking to Scotty Vegas yesterday, and he was talking to Emeka at the Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball game on Saturday. Mm-hmm. And Emeka just had all kinds of high praise for Jeremiah Smith, said that he was right now, as good as Emeka is and as good as Marv was last year. He said he is as good as any receiver that he has spent time with at Ohio State. And this is a kid who has not even taken a snap in a scarlet and gray jersey this year. I mean, that is just ridiculous. And remember, Emeka was in a room a couple years ago with JSN, with Olave, with Garrett Wilson and Marv. And, I mean, that's some pretty good talent that we're talking about. And Emeka is raving about this kid. So it's going to be interesting to see which one of these guys will have the biggest impact.
It is, because, and ever since I sent you this, I've been I can make the case for any one of them.
For sure. Absolutely.
It's to the point where I'm like, I got to just pick one and go. So the Caleb Downs one is interesting to me because he's coming to a defense that was already really, really good last year. But where he can have the even bigger impact is if he is the returner as well. See, then that's where I'm like, all right, he takes some punts to the house.
And what if he plays some snaps at running back?
I don't care about that part.
I'm just saying, they're talking about it.
So that I'm going to eliminate him from this because I don't know if he's the returner or not, and he's coming to a great defense. I'm going to go from Quinshawn and Jeremiah. See, now this is where I think I'm going to go with Quinshawn on this one. For the simple fact that Chip Kelly wants to run the ball. The one thing that the Buckeyes haven't been successful or haven't been since in a few years have been good at is running the football. And I think if you add a kid like Quinshawn in here who can be that guy that's used to being the number one running back, that knows what it's like to take those hits and go through a whole season. Because every time we lost Travion or we lost Mayan, it just kind of put a wrinkle in what we were trying to do. I mean, it was a lot of times we were down to the third and fourth running back. So if you get a guy that can stay in there consistently and that's really good at running the ball, I think that's what you really want to do. You want to ride his coattail and then open up the pass and go back to old school. A lot of the times we've been passing to open up the run. I think they want to get back to running to open up the pass, make things easier for Will Howard or whoever the starting quarterback may be. So I'm going to say Quinshawn Judkins.
So there's a possibility, a real possibility, this could be Seth McLaughlin. If he comes in and solidifies the center of that offensive line, is a leader on that offensive line with Donovan Jackson in the middle, I think there's a good chance. Plus, Carson Hinsman possibly moves out to right guard, a position that maybe he was more comfortable with. Mm-hmm. I think it's a good possibility that it could be Seth McLaughlin. Mm-hmm. When I first saw this, I want to say Quinshawn Judkins, just like you did. Mm-hmm. But he's going to be splitting time with Travion Henderson. And don't forget, whether your quarterback is Will Howard or whether your quarterback is Devin Brown, I think that quarterback is going to get 5 to 10 rushing attempts every game as well. So I don't see Quinshawn getting more than 15 carries a game, possibly on average this year. Mm-hmm. Jeremiah Smith is an interesting one because everything I've heard this weekend from Emeka, to me it sounds like Jeremiah Smith is going to be the number 2 wide receiver on this team. I don't think, like everybody else, I don't think if you want to have a productive year at Ohio State this year, you have to be in the top 4. I think you have to be in the top 3. And I think the top 3 is even stretching it because I don't know how much Ohio State is going to throw the ball this year. Mm-hmm. And I think they're going to be trying really hard to get Emeka that record. I think Emeka is going to be the unquestioned number 1 guy on this team, but Jeremiah Smith maybe will split with him. And then that could be interesting. But I think the answer here is Caleb Downs. And here's why. Not just because of what Caleb is going to do with, possibly getting upwards of 100 tackles if he has a season like he did last year and whatever turnovers he can force. And like you mentioned, possibly him being in the return game. I think the fact of him going to that safety spot and kicking Sonny Styles down to that linebacker spot, I think it kind of shuffles this Ohio State defense and everything is in place now. Mm-hmm. And I think that might be just as big of an impact on this Ohio State team as what he brings to the field. Personally, what he's going to do individually, I think slotting the Sonny Styles in at that linebacker spot makes this defense more well-rounded and better as a whole, and that impact alone is huge.
I like that answer. I do. Jacob, what you think?
Jacob's working hard in there. He's not paying attention to us.
He's not paying attention. He should be listening. Quinshawn, Jeremiah, or Caleb Downs. Who has the bigger impact on the team?
I think Caleb Downs because there's so much hype around him.
I hate both of you two. You two both go on vacation together. You come back and then you take each other's sides.
You just said you liked my answer.
I do like your answer.
Because it makes a lot of sense.
But it's hard to have that big of an impact on a defense that was already that good. Like
I understand.
How much more of an impact can you make? But this
Ohio State offense was pretty good too last year. It wasn't as good as the defense.
Were they? They were a one-man show. It was the Marv show.
If we're going off impact, then I'm going to say Jeremiah Smith because...
Oh, did I talk you out of it, huh?
If we're going off impact, I like Jeremiah Smith.
That's the question, the biggest impact.
It's interesting. I mean, because you can easily make a case for all of them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's a wrong answer. I really don't. But I do think that the Emeka part does play a big part because I think they do want him to get that record. But I do think they want to be a run team this year, so I think that's why Quinshawn going to get the carry.
And I also don't think they're going, as you just said, they're going to throw the ball as much this year. 25 times a game, maybe. Sometimes could be less. I think with Chip Kelly, he has always ran the ball to open up passing lanes, and I think that's what they're going to do this year, especially with two backs that are so explosive and can do different things in Travion and Quinshon. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they go into these games.
So you should have took Quinshon.
But he's going to be splitting. That's why I didn't. And I think, again, I think the thing with Caleb slotting Sonny in at the linebacker spot and making this defense just even that much more well-rounded, I think is huge.
Quinshon's on the cover of NCAA.
Yes, he is.
There's nothing left to be said.
I mean, if we're doing everything by NCAA, EA Sports, then you are correct. We're going to find out what's happening in the rest of the college football world. Jacob leads us on the tour. It's the College Football Pulse. Coming up next, it's the Buckeye Show. Ryan Baker, Tyvis Powell, 97.1 The Fan.
Chops his serial killer eyes, and Reeser can grow a full beard before lunch. What can your friends do? Bishop and Friends.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan.
Is arthritic joint pain keeping you from doing the things that you love? Bone-on-bone pain in your knee? Arthritic pain like I was having in my knee? Maybe your hip, your back, your shoulder? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Listen, there are exciting new cellular therapies that you can get lasting relief from. QC Kinetics is helping patients like you every day here in Columbus, led by Dr. Ray Tesner. I'm talking about cutting-edge treatments that accelerate your own body's healing properties, revitalizing your joints so you can move again. Listen, my dad was having knee pain. I was having knee pain. So we went over to QC Kinetics, and they were able to help us out. And 2 years out, I'm still feeling good. My dad can still move around. So learn how QC Kinetics can treat pain and enhance your joints and restore your mobility and give you long-term lasting relief with no downtime. So check them out. Go to 380-208-4544 or head to one of their offices in Dublin, Gahanna, or now the new one that's most recently opened in Grove City.
And now we're on our way with Coda, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, Coda moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit coda.com/transit app to learn more.
It's no fun to get blindsided. That's why you need to know what's coming in Ohio Medicaid.
Championship quarterback Cardale Jones.
Recent changes in Ohio Medicaid could impact you. If your information isn't up to date, you can lose your health insurance. Call the Ohio Department of Medicaid so you don't have to scramble to stay insured.
Call 800-324-8680. A public health message from CareSource.
That's what I call forward progress.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a Buckeye, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey Columbus, looking for the perfect day trip? Head to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. Dive into football history, see legendary players, and enjoy interactive exhibits. Fun for the whole family. Visit ProFootballHOF.com for tickets. The Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, where it's always football season.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus, The Fan. The Fan. Sports Center.
And I'm Jacob Reimer. We have both Ohio baseball teams in action tonight. The Guardians are underway in Cleveland tonight, taking on the Detroit Tigers in the start of a 4-game series. They are just getting started in Cleveland, and after one run, the Guardians trail 2-0 after a Justin Henry Molly 2-run homer for the Tigers. The Reds are in Atlanta tonight in the opener of their 3-game set with the Braves, and they look for their first win since the All-Star break after getting swept by the Nationals last weekend. Hunter Green will throw for the Redlegs, and they get things going in Atlanta here at 7:20. The Columbus Blue Jackets found their guy. After spending the last 5 seasons in Minnesota, Dean Evison has agreed to a multi-year deal to be the next head coach for the Blue Jackets. And in basketball, our guys with the Carmen's crew give it a go tonight in the basketball tournament. It's the battle for Ohio as the team of former Buckeyes take on the team of former Dayton Flyers in the Red Scare. Tip-off tonight is at 8 o'clock from Dayton, and you can find it on FS2.
Time for the College Football Pulse on the Buckeye Show.
Sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Need heating, cooling, plumbing, or electric? Call a carpenter.
Second hour, Monday edition of the Buckeye Show. 7 o'clock on the Buckeye Show always means it is time to take a tour of the college football world. And that is the College Football Pulse. Jacob Reimer, you just heard him on the update. It is his time to shine, ladies and gentlemen.
So the team up north was in the news again this afternoon as it has been announced that Connor Stallions is to appear in a Michigan documentary called Sign Stealer on Netflix. It's supposed to be about his side of Michigan's sign stealing scandal. What do you guys think of this?
So I think we all knew this was coming at some point, right? The ESPN 30 for 30, and it'll still be coming. But I can't believe it's this fast. They're planning on releasing this August 27th, I think the date is. That's before the season even starts. I can't believe this is that fast.
He's definitely capitalizing off of a moment.
Absolutely.
Right now. And I'm not mad at him for that. And I'm not mad at, Netflix for capitalizing off this, because this is something that's interesting. I think it might lose a little bit if they waited longer. It might die down to where they'll be interested in it, but not like now. Like, this is fresh. They just won a national championship. Let's see what it really went into it. So I think this is actually a perfect moment for them to capitalize off of it.
So my questions with this are, with it being so fast, how much are they going to be able to really cover it and get into it? And then could this affect any possible sanctions from the NCAA that are coming towards Michigan? Now, you'd think that the NCAA already knows all this, but still.
I don't think they're going to get hit that hard. I really don't.
Do you, and obviously I don't blame Connor Stallions for capitalizing on this. I'm sure he's getting a nice paycheck from that.
Do you think he got a championship ring?
Has to.
Okay.
Right? I mean, Harbaugh seems like the kind of guy that would take care of his people, and that was one of his people for sure. So, but if you're on that Michigan coaching staff, and some of those players, you all know Connor Stallions. Are you feeling a little betrayed by this, that he's going out and airing all your dirty laundry for the world to see?
I need to see the documentary first. First of all, I'm not a fan of people when I'm playing like that. If this happened, I'm not a fan of people going out and talking about it. So I would have to see what he said and what he didn't say to make that decision. But I would definitely look at him like, what's wrong with you? Like, why would you snitch?
I think there could be a lot of that.
They call it snitching. Why are you snitching?
What happens to snitches?
They get stitches.
That's right. Connor Stallion better hang low in Wyoming selling some vacuums for a while if that's the case. Some of these former Wolverines are going to be going after him. This fascinates me, and there's no way I'm not watching. I mean, you're watching, right?
You know what?
Remember, this is appointment viewing.
I'm not watching it. I'm going to get the Cliff Notes.
You are going to watch the whole thing. I'm going to get the
Cliff Notes. I ain't watching it. Because it doesn't bother. Like, I don't care. I really don't.
Rhyme time, you'll be watching, right?
Absolutely. This is appointment television. Like, you're going to want to see, I guess, his side and the depths of how it went. And yeah, could this affect what else is to come for Michigan?
Comes out right before the season. Like, the timing couldn't be any worse. I don't think, for Michigan in this. This is just crazy. I'm going to be so interested to see this and how well it comes off and how much information we get from it.
So Alabama has announced that they will rename the Bryant-Denny Stadium to the Nick Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium to honor one of the greatest coaches in college football. I thought it was pretty cool. What do you guys think?
It's one of those things that I talked about this with Eric on Saturday, and he seems to have a problem because he feels like Kalen DeBoer is putting pressure on Kalen DeBoer. Listen, he is arguably the best coach in college football. Why would you not name a field after him? I think it's perfect to honor him like that, and I have no problem with it. We should name Ohio Stadium's field the Tyvis Powell Field for the Buckeyes. That's where we should go.
Maybe we could get that on the broadcast, like Paul could be like, that's an interception for the Tyvis Powell defensive backs in this one.
Yeah, I think it would be pretty cool.
Another $1,000 to the Tyvis Powell Foundation.
You got to pay some big money to get your name on there.
So, you know what I like about this the most is, and it's still going to be, as you mentioned, Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's just going to be Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Just like kind of we got the Jerome Schottenstein Center at the Value City Arena type thing. What I like about this is there's no corporate sponsors in this, because I'm sure at some point it's going to be, what was it? Saban always had a Coca-Cola and an oatmeal cream pie, so it's going to be the oatmeal cream pie Nick Saban Field or the Coca-Cola Saban Field or whatever. Now it's what? The Safe Light Field at Ohio Stadium. Is that right?
Yep.
For the Buckeyes. So I like that there's no advertising in this. And come on, Nick Saban is the greatest college football coach of our era and our lifetimes. Yeah. And there's a possibility he's the greatest of all time. So yeah, why not honor him? And Reeser makes a point about that, but that pressure was there regardless. That pressure's always there when you're following the legends. So
that's what I said the same thing. If anything, I think he's got to be better than 7-4. You know, he's got to win at least 10 games. You know, be somewhere close to it. But if he don't, it's his first year. Like, I don't think people are gonna be hitting the panic button. And it depending on how now he go 0-12. Yeah, hit the panic button. But I don't see why this would affect Kalen DeBoer in any way.
And I don't think that's going to anyway. Kalen DeBoer's a guy that's never lost more than 3 games at any level of coaching. So I think Kalen DeBoer's fine. I think he was, if anybody was the right choice to follow Nick Saban,
should have been.
I think it was him. I think. Did you apply for the job?
I didn't.
Well, then how are you going to get it if you don't apply?
I didn't know they were.
You just thought they'd come calling?
Yeah, I thought that's how it worked.
And then it could be in a few years, the Saban Powell Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
I went down and became a head coach and won 3 national championships my first 3 years. I'd retire.
After you ripped their heart out in the CFP.
I'd retire right after the 3rd one. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's a cool thing, though. Congratulations to Nick Saban. Well-deserved.
I like it. It's honoring legends of the game like you see it in other sports, like Roy Williams Court at the Dean Dome for North Carolina. Speaking of North Carolina, we're going to look at the ACC here. ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips said on Monday night that he would fight the Clemson and Florida State lawsuits for as long as it takes. What does this mean for the future of the ACC?
I think he's going to fight them until someone comes and pays a big buyout for them to leave, and then he's going to take the money and be fine with it. The ACC has to do everything they can, I believe, to keep these brands and these schools in their conference. Like I said, until somebody comes and pays them. They don't have any bigger brands than that right now, really.
If they leave, it's done. It's done.
Well, I mean, it's not done because the Pac-2 is hanging on somehow.
They need to cut that out, too.
You're a daggone right they do.
Cut that out. The fact that one game is going to settle who wins the conference, and they're going to celebrate it. That's the part that makes me laugh. They're going to get T-shirts, hats printed, all that stuff.
We beat the other guy. No, but you know how this stuff is, Tyvis. All of this stuff is fought tooth and nail, but money talks. And if the Big Ten or the SEC come in and say we want, or if Florida State ponies up their money.
How much? Isn't it like
It's a huge amount. Yeah, it's a huge amount of money.
$150 million?
But if Florida State ponies up and pays that to get out of their rights, then they'll be able to do that because the money is what is the issue, always the issue here. But again, though, for the football side of things, and we know football runs all of this, the ACC does not have 2 bigger brands than Clemson and Florida State right now.
More.
You could argue that Miami is as big a brand, but Miami is not a bigger brand than either of those 2 right now. There was a time when they were.
Yeah, not right now.
And Mario Cristobal maybe seems to be having them going along that way, but in the same hand, you need someone to fight that bigger brand, right? You got to have a rivalry, so you need these two schools.
Who did Miami lose to in their bowl game? It was embarrassing. I can't remember.
That I'm not sure. I will pull
whoever
it up
they
here.
lost, it was an embarrassing loss. And I looked at them and said, this is a shame that they be throwing money at these kids and they not developing these kids. Like, that's bad.
Well, Miami is not. They've been on a downward spiral for a while. But, like I said, Mario Cristobal seems to be doing some good things there. And his recruiting has been really good. They have had a huge uptick in recruiting here, and they've had a lot of momentum recently. They lost to Rutgers in their bowl game.
That's it.
And your guy, Kyle Monangai.
That's funny. Yeah. It's not good. Not saying that Rutgers is a bad program, but, when you think of Rutgers.
You're not saying, you're just saying.
When you think of Rutgers and you think of the U, like, come on now.
Yep.
I know they aren't known for football, but I can think of another school in the ACC that has a bigger brand.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
I don't think anything happens until anything drastic happens until they decide to leave the ACC.
Unfortunately, though, in all of these discussions, basketball doesn't really matter. It's all about football. And North Carolina, they've had some good teams over the years.
Had the number 3 overall pick.
I love Mac Brown as a coach. I love, he was great at Texas, and he's done pretty good at North Carolina. I don't know how much better they can get, but
is Drake May gonna be the starter for the Patriots this season?
Does it really matter who starts for the Patriots? They're going to be putrid.
You do have a valid point there.
Them and the Panthers, so bad this year.
Yeah.
Jacob, thanks for taking us along our tour there of the college football world. A little college football pulse for you on the Buckeye Show. Pretty excited for this next segment, Tyvis. The new head baseball coach at Ohio State. He was officially introduced last week. His name is Justin Haire. And guess what? He's a native Buckeye. We will talk to him next. It's the Buckeye Show, 97.1 The Fan.
A lot of hosts have been on our airways in the past 30 years. Some good, some bad, some really bad. Anyway, sorry for that. The Fan.
It's Kubota Orange Days, your golden opportunity to score a deal that'll make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors.
Attention Columbus. Town Properties just clinched the title of the largest residential property manager in Columbus, thanks to the Columbus Business Journal. With pride, we oversee 25,000 plus households in the Columbus metro area, ensuring fantastic places to call home. Whether you're on the hunt for an exceptional living space, a top-notch association management company, or a property manager for your multifamily portfolio, visit our website at town-properties.com and let us elevate your living experience. Town Properties, always managing great places to live.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint. With their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind or grab a carryout. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizza, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
When you need urgent care and you need it fast, where you go makes all the difference. When you choose advanced urgent care from the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, you're choosing an advanced level of urgent care led by Ohio State emergency physicians. We offer walk-in treatment for more serious illnesses and injuries such as broken bones, abdominal pain, and pneumonia, all with shorter wait times and less cost than an emergency department. When your illness or injury can't wait, the choice is clear.
And now we're on our way with COTA, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Whether it's game day or every day, COTA moves Buckeyes fans down the line toward victory. Download the Transit app today for an easy way to plan and pay for your next trip. Visit COTA.com/transit app to learn more.
The Logan Heating and Cooling Fan Golf Classic at Columbus Country Club is coming. Help fight cancer at the Ohio State Comprehensive Cancer Hospital.
Visit 971thefan.com to bid on auction items, including tickets and sports experiences.
Raid wants to know, what would you do if you could confidently face every day knowing you and your loved ones are protected? Would you sing along to your favorite song at the top of your lungs? Turn off the GPS and let your heart do the guiding. Go to the drive-thru and order one of everything. Feel the buzz of confidence of knowing you are protected with 65 years of insect science in your hands. Raid. Protection for everyone.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Warm and humid with a pop-up shower, but cool on this Monday. Temperatures only around 80 degrees. Overnight down to the mid-60s, back in the mid-80s on Tuesday afternoon, with a pop-up shower storm possible later in the day. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
If the colors scarlet and gray made a sound, that sound would be this. This is the Buckeye Show.
Welcome back in this Monday. Buckeye Show. Ryan Baker in for Timmy Hall. Tyvis Powell here as well. And Tyvis, I am as excited for this segment as I have been for any segment that I've ever done here on The Fan, because I don't believe anybody has ever had this man on the radio airwaves here
we're special
at The Fan. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. He is the new head baseball coach of your Ohio State Buckeyes. It is Justin Haire joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. And very first thing here, Coach, congratulations. Welcome back to the Buckeye State.
I appreciate it, guys, man. I don't know if I can fulfill your expectations, but I will do my best over the next 10 or so minutes to make sure I earn my spot on 97.1 The Fan, man. Fired up for it.
Well, Coach, let me go right there, just because I was going to wait on this, but you mentioned that word expectations. And I want to ask you, because a lot of people, the northern baseball schools, they don't think they can compete with the southern schools. They think they get an unfair advantage. What are your expectations heading to this job for this Buckeye program year in and year out?
Yeah, I mean, our expectation is to be in the conversation to win championships and get our team to the postseason so that we have a chance to go to Omaha. You know, I think that any place that you go that has resources and a vision and a desire to be at the top, whether that's in your conference, whether that's in the region, whether that's in the country, like they have that drive and willingness to get creative to get to the top, then you're at a place that you can do great things, regardless of what people might say or think. Listen, when we got to Campbell in 2008, they had been to one regional ever, right? We were coming off an 11-25 record in 2007, taking over that program and turned it into a top 25 program, peaking out at number 9 in the country, going to 6 regionals over the last 10 years. Again, just some pretty amazing things, because there were people that had a vision and had a desire to be at the top and allowed us to work and get creative. And I think that same thing about Ohio State baseball is that there's people that have a vision and a hope to get to the top, and we've got some resources and some support, and I think they're willing to allow us to get creative and work our tails off to get us there, and that's what makes it exciting to be here in Columbus.
Coach, you at Campbell, you mentioned that you took over and they had only been to one region, and then you go out and win 5 championships in the Big South. What was some of the things that you learned there that you're hoping to bring with you to teach this bunch of Buckeyes?
Yeah, well, one, there's good players anywhere, right? There's good players everywhere. There's always good players out there, whether they're from your backyard or from across the country. Going and finding the right guys, the guys that fit your program, the guys that fit your culture, the guys that fit the type of program that you want to run is really, really important. And then I think the second piece is, like, the more you love your guys and the more you care about your guys, the more you can coach them hard, right? Like when they feel connected to the mission, when they feel heard and seen and feel like they've got ownership in the coach, and they want to get pushed and they want to find out how great they can become. And I think that over the course of our time at Campbell, we were a case study for having some ownership and some vision within our clubhouse with our players that allowed us to do things as a group that a lot of us said, wasn't really possible at that place.
Speaking with your new Buckeye head baseball coach, Justin Haire, on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Coach, Tyvis talked about some of your success and what you helped build there at Campbell in your 17 seasons there, the last 10 as the head coach of the program. Kind of a two-part question here for you. How hard was it to leave something like that you were so instrumental in building? And then number two, what was it about Ohio State and this job and these opportunities that were so intriguing to you that you would leave?
Yeah, well, one, it was incredibly hard. I mean, that's, 17 years, and you guys know this from covering college athletics, 17 years at any one place in any profession in today's day and age is pretty rare. To have it in college athletics is extremely rare. My wife and I got married, there we had and started to raise our 4 kids there in Buies Creek. We poured our heart and soul and everything that we had into that program for 17 years. And I mean, it's the longest I've ever been any one place in my entire life. So it's extremely, extremely hard to leave there. The flip side of that is, when you are at a place that long and you have put so much into it and you have invested and have had people invest so much in us and in that program, it takes something really, really special and a really unique opportunity to maybe pull you away. Something that we were necessarily looking for. Again, just like the timing of it, and just I think the circumstances surrounding it with Ross Bjork coming on as athletic director, and just kind of the stances of the former staff leaving and kind of going back to a different place, and just doors opening up and connections being made like fairly quickly. Process, I think, just really gives us a piece to come back to Ohio and do something really special at a program I think that's aching to get to the top, right? Like the alumni and the supporters and the players and the university really wants baseball to get back to the top of the Big Ten and onto the national stage. And again, when there's vision and there's conviction and there's support there, it makes it a really fun ride to get creative and find a way to climb that mountain.
Coach, did you get a chance to see any of Cardale Jones's softball charity game this past Saturday?
No, I missed it.
Oh,
I missed it.
Coach, I just want you.
I know that guy's got a hand cannon, so I mean, it was probably impressive whatever he did out there.
Well, actually, Cardale was just okay. It's a couple of more. I scouted out everybody. There's a couple of names that you need to go look into. Now, one is Tyvis Powell. Now, Tyvis Powell, he was out there looking like Ken Griffey III. So if you need somebody to just come in there and be solid and get on base and occasionally hit home runs, that's the guy you need to look for. But Lincoln Keenholz is on the Buckeye football team, and that kid is special. He was hitting home runs. He made this play where they hit him a ground ball. He scooped it up, gunned dude out at first base. You really need to go check the tape. So I'm giving you some inside information right now.
Well, one, Lincoln, if you're listening, these guys can hook you up with my number. Two, you better run it through Coach Dave first, because I'm not trying to get on that man's bad side.
Coach, I got to be honest. This guy sitting to my right, I've seen Tyvis Powell play before. I think you're lucky that his eligibility is out. I don't think he's coming back and playing any more baseball. Last one here for you, Coach. The whole landscape of college athletics has changed in the past few years and is ever changing right now with the NIL and the possible payment of players coming from the universities. Ohio State is going to be putting a lot of their efforts, obviously, into the football program, men's basketball as well. Maybe the resources won't be there for you at this Buckeye program like some others possibly. How are you going to be able to deal with that and work around that if that's the case?
Yeah, sure. Again, Ross talked about this the other day. Everybody knows, man. Everybody knows that football going how it needs to go is really important for our athletic department and for our school. And so that's what's important, when it comes to making sure that they get that side right. When it comes to us, there's always going to be somebody that's got more than us, right? Like, it doesn't matter what school you're at. There is always somebody that's got more. There's a big league team that's got more. There is and so really, we can't worry about that. That doesn't concern me. The only concern I have is to absolutely maximize what we do get and then get creative to make sure that we're able to fill the gaps in, whether that's with donors and alumni, NIL, our collective, whatever that ends up looking like. The more successful we are on the field, the more opportunities we're going to open up to be able to fill in the gaps in more creative ways that can maybe relieve some of that stress off of the athletic department. And then again, as we continue to build a consistently successful program, again, just like everywhere else, man, just like every other business, right, you're looking for opportunities to support the programs that are doing the most with what they have and seeing if we can infuse more resources into them to allow them to take the next step. We've got to make sure that we're positioned and doing the best we can with what we've got and getting creative to fill in those gaps. The time comes when the athletic department sits back and says, okay, who needs more what to get us over to the next level or to keep us where we're at? Baseball's positioned at the very top of that list. And I think that we've got the support and the resources to do that and look forward to the challenge of building it into a consistently successful program where everybody can be super proud and we can look to be in the national landscape for a long time.
I love that answer. Worried about what we can do and not worried about what we can't do. Coach, it was awesome to have you on. Love chatting with you here for a few minutes. Again, welcome back to the Buckeye State. Welcome to Columbus, and we look forward to seeing the Buckeyes challenging for Big Ten championships and more in the not-too-distant future.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me on.
He's the new head baseball coach of your Ohio State Buckeyes, Justin Haire, joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Tyvis, this is the first time that you or I, either of us, have talked to him. I loved his enthusiasm and his energy just there in those 10, 12 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to be excited to go check out some baseball games. If he can bring some of what he had at Campbell to Ohio State, then it's going to be a special program.
And look, there's no excuse for Ohio State to not be doing what he said, to be challenging for Big Ten championships, making that NCAA tournament every year, and possibly going on a run every now and then. I love the plan. I love the vision, and Ohio State should be there.
Well, if he gets Tyvis on the roster, it's a guarantee.
Oh, boy. I mean, only if that's a package deal with Lincoln, maybe. The Buckeye Hoops team, they've released the bulk of their non-conference schedule for the upcoming season. We'll tell you what it is next. It's the Buckeye Show. Ryan Baker, Tyvis Powell, 97.1 The Fan.
Your morning just got beefier. Morning Juice with Beamer, Bobby, and Shark.
Weekdays from 6 to 9.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and championship teams need to have two things, heart and soul. Well, at Monogram Homes, they know a thing or two about heart and soul of a new custom home. My friend Bob and his team at Monogram take pride in offering a true custom home building experience. They will take your ideas, your vision, and transform them into the home of your dreams. So let Monogram Homes pour their heart, their soul into your new custom home today. Check them out online at monogramhomes.net. That's monogramhomes.net.
Tired of rising food prices? Start saving with deals for days at Giant Eagle and Market District. Enjoy low prices on more than 1,000 of your go-to grocery items store-wide. Dive into deals for a limited time at your local Giant Eagle and Market District.
O'Reilly Auto Parts is your exclusive in-person advance sale ticket outlet for the 2024 Ohio State Fair. Discount admission tickets are $8 at participating stores. Enjoy food, entertainment, animals, rides, and so much more at the Ohio State Fair, July 24th through August 4th. Get advance sale tickets now through Tuesday, July 23rd. Only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
The summer sell-down is on at Performance Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Save thousands with bonus cash on select inventory. Plus, get another $2,500 off any new Chrysler Jeep Dodge or Ram with your trade. One Performance, 2 locations, Georgesville and Delaware.
Trade value based on KBB, comparable, 2010 model or newer, and price of $5K.
Common Man and T-Bone.
You didn't get candy when you were a kid at a parade?
No, I didn't go to parades. Are you kidding? Hey, I'm walking down the street. Come on out and watch me. It's stupid. I hate parades.
Yeah. Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekdays 3 to 6 on The Fan.
When you have to stop but don't really want to, stop at BP. Because BP has everything you need to keep it going. Fuel to keep the adventures going. The BP Me app to keep the savings and the commutes going. Snacks and drinks to keep the crew going. And the BP Me Rewards Visa to keep the rewards going and going and going. A stop at BP isn't a stop at all. Keep it going.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Introducing Optimized IT, the managed services division of Modern Office Methods. With our cutting-edge managed IT services, we ensure your business always stays ahead of the curve, keeping you one step ahead of your competition. We bring proven management strategies to the table to support your current IT team, as well as provide insight on how to maximize efficiency, helping you achieve your goals faster. Concerned about security? Our backup solutions help guarantee your data is protected around the clock, giving you peace of mind. Start at OptimizedIT.net for your free IT assessment. Stay ahead, stay secure, and stay optimized.
Hey Columbus, looking for the perfect day trip? Head to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. Dive into football history, see legendary players, and enjoy interactive exhibits. Fun for the whole family. Visit ProFootballHOF.com for tickets. The Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, where it's always football season.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource. Proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Using the Buckeye hookup to play golf at Scarlet whenever we can. This is the Buckeye Show.
Welcome back in. Buckeye Show on this Monday, July 22nd. You know what that means? We were just about a month away from the college football season starting.
Is it the 31st, right?
31st.
Akron.
The mean streets of Akron. Come and invade the show.
The Zips.
Pretty excited for football season to be here, but the grind is about to start, man.
Yeah.
You were doing Browns Daily today, doing all the Big Ten stuff soon. High school's going to be starting. We got to start working on that.
Jacob, I did my hit section for the Browns Daily today with Bo Bishop. I'll be in mid-season form when it comes to analyzing and breaking things down.
Oh, yeah?
Mid-season form. It was like, you know how you ever talk but hear yourself talking and hear what you're saying? It was just like, that's really good.
Tyvis Powell, never one lacking of confidence. That is for sure.
Like, man, what he's saying is really good.
Hey, you know what was really good? Having Coach Haire on that last segment. That was good to talk to him, the new Buckeye baseball coach. We've known for a while that he was going to be the coach, but it was officially him and the new softball coach, Corinne Kumar, were officially introduced last week while I was on vacation. Justin Haire, I loved his enthusiasm and just a lot of excitement and energy from him, and hopefully that his players catch that and you can see it on the field
usually
moving forward.
That type of thing is contagious. You know, if the coach is giving that type of energy as a player, you have no choice but to follow suit. Coach Meyer was a very strict guy, and when it came to business, we got very strict. But I had fun, though.
Don't forget, if you missed the interview with Coach Haire, or if you just want to go back and listen to it again, wherever you get your audio, search The Buckeye Show. The podcast will be ready right after the show. I think after the show, I'm going to pull that interview as well and put it up on the Buckeye Show Twitter so everyone can see that.
You're a man of the people.
A man of the people. You got to give them what they want. They want the camera on the Tyvis Powell fat head. They get it on the Tyvis Powell fat head.
Do I still look like that?
Yeah, now that you lost 10 pounds, you look just like that. Exactly like that.
I got, let's see, I was 250. I was 250 on Saturday. Saturday when I woke up. I'm 239 today.
Look at you. Let's keep that momentum.
I'm trying to get to 225, so I need 14 more pounds.
I have faith in you, my friend. Whatever you need me to do, I got your back.
Well, you're not standing or you haven't done any sit-ups or push-ups
during
breaks.
This is rest week.
So I did. This is my recovery week.
Oh, recovery week.
And I ran this morning and I did abs this morning.
I got you.
So
okay,
I got it in.
I got you. I was just checking.
You know who else has had a lot of enthusiasm and excitement around since he's been hired is Jake Diebler.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of anticipation for what we're going to see on the hardwood this year from the Ohio State basketball team. Made a lot of good moves in the transfer portal. Made a lot of good hirings, I feel like, on his staff. I love his assistant coaches and the staff that he's built. And now we know the non-conference schedule for the most part. 10 of the 11 non-conference games have been announced. On November 4th, they will have a neutral site game in Vegas against the Texas Longhorns. I want to come back to that game here in a minute. On the 11th of November, they'll be at home taking on Youngstown State. Then they head to Texas A&M for a return trip on November 15th.
We played them last year, right?
Played last season, and they got the Buckeyes last season, so the Buckeyes will be looking for revenge. On the 19th of November, back at home for Evansville. Then the 22nd, also at home against Campbell. Green Bay at home on the 25th. Pitt, that should be a fun one, at home on the 29th. Then on December 17th, excuse me, they are at home against Valparaiso. Then, of course, the CBS Sports Classic at Madison Square Garden taking on Kentucky. And then I like this one, too. This is a fun matchup to me. On December 29th, they're taking on Indiana State. We know the cool run that they had last year. Now, obviously, their coach left. No Kareem Abdul-Jabbar this year as he is off to St. Louis with his coach. But I love that Indiana State game. I love the Texas matchup. I think I heard someone say this is the third time that Ohio State will ever have hooked up and played against Texas in basketball. But I think it's cool. And Texas has had some good years at basketball, some down, just like Ohio State. But these are the two largest alumni bases, the two largest universities in the country. Whenever you see those two on the court, on the field, on the diamond, whatever it is, the wrestling mats, I think it's a cool thing when you get Ohio State and Texas matching up.
And that's a neutral site game?
That's going to be in Vegas.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Road trip?
And nope.
This is in Vegas for the Hall of Fame series.
I do like that matchup a lot. I really do, because like you say, Texas, sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're not, but they're a respectable basketball program, and I want to see where we are. I want to see where we are when we go up against some of these basketball programs that sometimes are really good, sometimes really bad. Not familiar exactly where they are right now, but I know that there's going to be a lot of emotions, a lot of energy, because they want to beat the Buckeyes, and obviously we want to beat them as well. So I think that's a perfect matchup for us to kind of see where you at. It's like what you want to see where you at on the totem pole in basketball. So that'll be one. But the one that's interesting is, and I need to know where this one is. Where is the Campbell game? Because I want to know if Justin's gonna be there.
Well, let's go here at home, so I'm sure he will be there. Maybe he had a hand in that scheduling.
Who do you think he's rooted for?
Well, he's bleeding scarlet and gray for sure now. I mean, he's a Buckeye at heart. He was born in the Buckeye State.
You can't help it sometimes, It's just like...
And obviously, outside of the Kentucky game, there's no world beaters in here, but you got the Texas. You got the Texas A&M. You got Pitt. Indiana State, we know the run that they just had and the history of them as a basketball school. It's pretty cool to see maybe an upgrade in scheduling a little bit than what we've seen here recently from the Buckeye basketball teams, because they played in the CBS Sports Classic. But outside of that, recently their non-conference hasn't been real great.
Yeah, it's not been something that outside of Texas A&M last year, the other games was like, I'm not even really going to tune into that. It was one of the ones where you can't really get a feel for how this team is going to be, because it's a cupcake type schedule. Well, Texas A&M, Pitt, like those are teams that they know what they're doing. They know how to coach basketball. And if the Buckeyes come out there lackadaisical, it can get bad. So those are ones that I'm going to pay attention to those games. I'm going to see how they play in those games. And hopefully we get a really good game. I hope they get put in situations that they have to learn from, to show how good of a coach Jake Diebler can be, opposed to when Holtman was there. If they get into those situations, can he bring them back from things? Are they confident? How's the shooting? Like, it's a lot of things that hold weight in some of those matchups.
And then real quick, the basketball tournament got underway this past weekend. Carmen's crew is back in. And how about this? A surprise, Jared Sullinger left the head coaching position and is back as one of the players for Carmen's crew this year. First time he'll be participating in the TBT since 2018. They had a huge win to start the tournament on Saturday. They knocked off the Purple Hearts 93-58.
Oh, so they won by like 30.
Yeah, it was huge. And, of course, they do that Elam ending there. And then Jeff Gibbs, 43-year-old Jeff Gibbs, he's my age, Tyvis, went out there and hit the three-pointer to get him that Elam ending win. They play tonight against the Red Scare, which is a bunch of former Dayton guys, over in Dayton, 8 o'clock tonight. So as soon as we get off the air, it's going to be over on FS2 if anyone would like to watch some of those former Buckeyes. The Wesson brothers led the way with 12 points each in that first game.
Really? Dayton's been a thorn in our side for some time now.
And Dayton is the number 2 seed. Ohio State, Carmen's crew, the Red Scare, the number 2 seed. Carmen's crew, the 6th seed. So the former Buckeyes an underdog in this matchup.
Didn't we play them in like a charity game last year?
We did. It was to benefit mental health. Anthony Grant's.
Do you remember who won?
I don't remember who won that, but that was over at UD Arena where this one is. And, man, have you ever been to a game at UD Arena?
No.
Great atmosphere. You need to go check it out once. That is a great place.
I'll put it on my bucket list.
To watch a college basketball. Maybe we could go over and watch the first 4. You want to do that sometime?
Well, I'll have to check my schedule, because here in about a month it's going to be very, very busy.
The first 4 is in March.
Oh,
so you're
I'm
going to be
free.
okay.
Yeah, I'm
then.
free.
And it'll be on a Tuesday night.
Oh, yeah. I'll be doing the Buckeye show.
We'll load the kids in. We'll head over to Dayton.
Well,
It'll be
then I would have to call off the Buckeye show.
Well, that's fine.
No.
Timmy Hall will be okay.
No, he won't.
He'll have Tito in here. He'll be good.
No, he won't.
We wrap up the show like we do every night with some hashtag Buckeyes next. It's the Buckeye Show, 97.1 The Fan.
The sound of Paul Keels calling a Buckeye game is erotic.
Oh, yes.
Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
They're trained. They're prepared.
Let's do it.
They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Kroger always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Kroger app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. So you can always save big every day with our savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Attention Columbus. Town Properties just clinched the title of the largest residential property manager in Columbus, thanks to the Columbus Business Journal. With pride, we oversee 25,000 plus households in the Columbus metro area, ensuring fantastic places to call home. Whether you're on the hunt for an exceptional living space, a top-notch association management company, or a property manager for your multifamily portfolio, visit our website at town.properties.com and let us elevate your living experience. Town Properties, always managing great places to live.
Experience the ultimate gridiron experience at the Ohio State Football Training Camp, presented by Safelite, Bob Discount Furniture, and Weber. Happening at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center August 1st through 4th. Don't miss your chance to get the first look at your Ohio State football team. Bring your friends and family and dive into the excitement with inflatables, giveaways, and more. Tickets are limited, so get yours today to ensure you don't miss out on the fun. Visit universe.com/OSU Training Camp 2024 to purchase your tickets today.
The Buckeyes are starting fall camp and we're tagging along. The Fan is broadcasting live August 1st through the 4th at Ohio State football practice. Morning juice and Bishop and Friends Thursday and Friday, plus live weekend programming. Let's go.
Common Man here for Choice Cabinet. Contractors, builders, apartment managers, I'm talking to you. You've all been using the same old cabinet vendors for too long. I want to introduce you to Choice Cabinet. They are new to Central Ohio, and they want your business. Family owned and operated by the Laurinaitis. Yes, cousins to that guy. Kitchens, closets, pantries, laundry rooms, mud rooms, 60,000 all-wood cabinets in stock. Call my guys today, 216-378-9313, or go to choicecabinet.com.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove, not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. Oh no, I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my two best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Raid wants to know, what would you do if you could confidently face every day knowing you and your loved ones are protected? Would you sing along to your favorite song at the top of your lungs? Turn off the GPS and let your heart do the guiding. Go to the drive-thru and order one of everything. Feel the buzz of confidence of knowing you are protected with 65 years of insect science in your hands. Raid. Protection for everyone.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
All All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Social media can be a cesspool. Allow us to navigate the waters. #Buckeyes.
Sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
Every night here on the Buckeye Show, we wrap it up by taking a tour of the social media world and see what it is saying about the Buckeyes. It's a little #Buckeyes. Tyvis, what have you found that piqued your interest today?
Well, the Big Ten has released their 2024 preseason all-big poll. And obviously they got the Buckeyes as the number one team in the Big Ten, followed by Oregon, Penn State, Wolverines, Iowa. That's your top 5. With USC coming in at 6. That's interesting. But that's not the part that really stuck out to me. They released their preseason Offensive Player of the Year, and it's Dillon Gabriel, which is okay. I don't see that. I don't think that's going to be the case, but okay. That didn't bother me that much. The Defensive Player of the Year, Will Johnson, which some people got him as the best corner in the country.
A lot of people have him going 3rd in the draft this year.
But see, this the problem for me. You know how hard it is to win Defensive Player of the Year as a corner? Man, if he does that, he need to go first in the draft.
I thought it was pretty interesting. Last year in the Big 12, Dillon Gabriel was the first-team quarterback, and Will Howard was the second. What are the chances you think that happens this year in the Big Ten, as both of them obviously in the conference now?
Well, I think that obviously the problem is I don't know what the Chip Kelly offense is going to look like, and that's part of it. Now, if it was the Ryan Day offense, I'd say Will Howard probably got as good a chance as anybody to win Offensive Player of the Year because it's going to be a pass-heavy offense. With the weapons that he got, he should succeed. But now that Chip Kelly is so gung-ho on trying to get this running game going, yes, it's safe. Trying to get this running game going, I think that's going to affect Will Howard's numbers, obviously. So that's why I said I'm not worried about that. But this Defensive Player of the Year, it came Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, Jack, JT, like there's a lot of guys defensively that I feel like can challenge a corner. Like I don't even know how you would have to get like 10 picks at corner to win Defensive Player of the Year.
But we know how important though the passing game is now, and if you can shut the passing game down, that's what makes a cornerback so valuable. You know what? I actually think Chip Kelly's offense gives Will Howard a better chance
because he's gonna run
to win Big Ten, either first or second team quarterback, because I feel like it just fits into him more. You open up the passing game with the running game. He is able to run the ball more. I just feel like there's a lot more opportunities. Maybe he has more rushing touchdowns. So I feel like it actually helps Will Howard a little bit. We talked some Buckeye hoops last segment, this coming from our friends over at Bucknuts. After an unsuccessful freshman season at Duke, Sean Stewart has found a second chance and a new home with the #Buckeyes. Now he's ready to remind people why he was a top recruit. This is an article that Pat Murphy over at Bucknuts wrote, and I am super excited to watch Sean Stewart as a Buckeye, because I feel like that Duke team last year was so veteran. He just kind of got lost in the shuffle. He is a big that is super athletic, can defend. We've heard about him breaking Zion Williamson's standing vertical leap for Duke basketball players. I am so excited to see what Sean Stewart will do in his first year as a Buckeye, his second year of college basketball. I think he's going to be so fun to watch.
Well, if anything, it's going to be an exciting season. I think that Jake Diebler has done a great job of getting guys from premier programs that's had a ton of success in college basketball and putting them together and mixing them with his guys. It's going to be very fun, especially if they start throwing lobs. They have to. You can't have a guy like that and not throw it off the backboard and let him catch it and throw it between the legs and dunk it.
With him and Aaron Bradshaw,
that's what I'm saying.
Both of them. I mean,
it should be. We should turn into Lob City out here, and I think that you would sell out You would sell out to Schottenstein Arena.
We've worried a lot about, is this Ohio State team going to be able to shoot the three enough? And I think that's very fair. But this is going to be an athletic, up and down, in transition team.
Yes.
And they are just, as you mentioned, it's going to be fun. Like, people are going to be in Value City Arena this year, I think, to watch this brand of basketball. Tyvis, it has been so fun to see you again after my week out of here. I missed you, buddy. It was good to see you. Rhyme time, thank you. Amber and Ian up next. It's the Buckeye Show, 97.1 The Fan.
We've test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan.
Hey friends, Brandon Beam here for Truehold. If you had a crystal ball, you wouldn't agonize over when to sell your home. You would just ask these questions. Should I sell when my home's value is sky high? Or wait and hope that the bottom doesn't drop out of the housing market? The thing is, I'm not ready to move. You don't need a crystal ball with Truehold's Sell and Stay program. You can literally sell now and stay in your home as long as you'd like. When you sell your home to Truehold for its best current value, you can fully cash out on your home's equity, and you can stay in your home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease. Truehold pays property taxes, insurance, and all the maintenance and upkeep too. Truehold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. You can get an offer now while your home's value is sky high and use the money to secure your retirement, pay off bills, or finance your dreams. It's your money. Do whatever you want with it. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's best value without moving. Again, that's Truehold.com.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Hi, I'm Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. The right coverage can be a game changer, both on and off the field. That's why Encova Insurance is prepared for what's next and protects what matters most to you. With independent insurance agents in your neighborhood and innovative insurance products that can be tailored to fit your unique needs, Encova Insurance is an easy win for your peace of mind. For auto, home, and business insurance, you want Encova on your team. Visit Encova.com today to find an agent near you.
Hey Buckeye fans, the best new resort in the country is right here in the state of Ohio. Introducing the Grand Resort in Warren, Ohio. Whether it's family fun, an adult getaway, a conference or event, there's no place like it. It's a year-round destination with the best golf, med spa, dining, salon and spa, pools, lounges, and activities. The Grand Resort will be the best staycation you've ever had. Go to the website, thegrandresort.com, or call 330-856-1900. The Grand Resort in Warren, Ohio. We're waiting for you.
Come on over to Heartland and join our family.
Did the pandemic eliminate quality customer service? Well, many places it did, but not here at Heartland Bank. Imagine getting top quality service and good advice as well to help you down life's road. It's community banking, and it's alive and well in the Heartland. I'm Scott McComb, CEO. Coming over to Heartland, where banking really feels good.
Where banking feels good. Member FD.